Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help and welcome back to another video today. What I have learned in 14 years of playing RuneScape. We're gonna start it off with kind of a sad one, that things do change over time and it's hard to deal with. There's that old saying where nothing stays gold forever, and it's kind of the truth with something, especially in a 14-year time span of playing the game. Things change, you get bad updates, you get some good updates, but you know, nothing will always stay the exact same forever, right? So try and enjoy each and every moment of the game that you possibly can, because you never know, one update could kind of change things forever. I'm going to use the evolution of combat as an example. It was such a great game, and just bad update after bad update after bad update eventually turned into the evolution of combat. And I'm not saying it's a bad update itself, but majority of the community did not like it. They wanted the old combat back, and that is why we have old school RuneScape. But some of the best memories I have of the game are from pre-EOC and just back when I was a kid exploring the game for the very first time, right? Things do change over time, and it is for the better, obviously, because now we have old school RuneScape. But yes, things do change over time. And obviously not in just RuneScape, but in your real life too. So try and enjoy the moment. Now this one is a huge one. It's a little is a lot. Now, what do I mean by this? Pretty much a little bit of something will eventually add up to a lot of something. So if you can only play an hour a day, for example, and you log in to do your 20k agility experience or chop trees for an hour or do one Slayer task, whatever that might be, it's better to do it than to not do it, right? Or, you know, say you're saving up for a bond, or say you're saving up for Bando's armor, or whatever it is. You know, you log in that little bit of extra time to, say, do your daily herb run and make that 200, 300k GP rather than just not doing it. You're in the long run, it's going to add up to a lot. For example, another one is doing your daily birdhouse runs, just doing those. You can get from 99 Hunter without ever really training the skill, right? So a little bit here and there ends up to be a lot. And this has honestly helped me with my real life, right? So I look at it as, why would I go to Starbucks and spend $5 on a coffee when I could go to, say, Tim Hortons and get 3 coffees for the exact same price, right? So, you know, you don't see that $5 as being a lot of money, but over time it will add up to be a lot. So RuneScape has really helped me learn that a little is a lot, and a little bit here and there, you can end up saving a ton of money. RuneScape is pretty much responsible for teaching me how to use computers and eventually learning on how to use the internet, because before RuneScape I didn't really know too much about it. I mean, I was very young. I think I was 9 years old when I first started the game. I'm 23 years old now, and I've definitely learned a lot in the past 14 years about computers and the internet just from playing this game, right? Whether that be wanting to upgrade my computer to make it better for video editing, or just playing other games in general, or whether it be learning how to use the internet and Google searching and going to Wikipedia pages, whatever it might be. Just these little simple tasks over and over again, wanting to just pretty much better myself at RuneScape, really taught me a lot. And it's got into making YouTube videos and, you know, building custom computers right now. So honestly, it has taught me a ton. Just that simple playing RuneScape and getting a little bit curious on, how do I do this, how do I do that, watching videos, looking stuff up, really taught me on how to use the internet, because now I use the internet to do whatever I want pretty much, right? And I wouldn't have all these little basic tips and tricks, whatever it might be, from all my previous experience. Minecraft's a really good example of this. Back in the day, I'm sure you guys know, to install like a mod on Minecraft, it was kind of, I wouldn't say complex, but it was really hard for a 10, 11-year-old to go ahead and do extracting the WinRAR files and all that, right? I got to learn all of this because of I already knew how to Google search and figure things out from looking up simple things on RuneScape, right? And it got me to learn a lot more about computers and how they kind of work. The new kids have it really easy for Minecraft though. The other day, me and my friends were playing Minecraft and we wanted to install the Optifine mod, and it's like a one-click button now. It's so easy. You just drag it in, done. RuneScape got me to fall in love with math and numbers. I've mentioned this in the past, but you know, going for levels, going for experience, going for gold, it's all a numbers game, right? XP per hour, GP per hour. You get to really learn numbers this way, and honestly, it made me fall in love with it so much that I went to college for business and ended up getting a 95 in advanced mathematics. And I honestly think this is because of RuneScape. From a very young age, I was always just studying numbers, looking up charts and graphs, and eventually getting to learn on markets with RuneScape flipping and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Starting to look at the stock market and stuff like that. It's very similar, and RuneScape from a young age, always studying, looking at numbers, has really taught me about how important they are in our world today, and I thank RuneScape for that. Another one is patience / hard work. Getting anything on RuneScape takes a long time. Getting, say, a 99, for example, can take hundreds of hours. Something like runecrafting or Slayer, or even agility, can take 200 to 300 hours to get to 99. And a lot of people do not have the patience to go ahead and do so, right? And it may not be quote-unquote hard work to go ahead and train agility, but at the end of the day, if you go ahead, power through it, and have the patience to do it, you'll have the patience to do a lot of other things in life as well. Problem solving is something that you need to know in your real life all of the time, right? You run into something, how am I going to fix this? What am I going to do, right? RuneScape has this all of the time. A new quest comes out, a new boss comes out. How am I going to go ahead and do this? Looking up videos, researching, whatever it is, trying different methods out yourself. Sometimes I will research something that I'm stuck on, like a boss, for example, and I follow it and I'm like, I still can't get the kill. So I kind of have to go out of my way, different gear setups. Maybe it's void, maybe it's d'hide, whatever it might be. Problem solving to kind of figure out how you're going to be able to complete something. Even something like a raid. What do you want to go ahead and take in that raid, right? Do you want to take all of your basic gear, what the wiki says, or do you want to kind of figure it out for yourself? Honestly, problem solving is a huge part of RuneScape, even for a player who's been playing for 14 years. RuneScape is a game about setting yourself goals. This is something that really helps in real life too, because how are you going to go ahead and complete anything without setting goals? I recommend you set yourself like easy short-term, medium, maybe like a month goal, and then a long goal that could take, say, 3 months, and then a very long-term goal that could be a year, or could be a couple of years down the line. This will really help you to complete all of the tasks that you want to do. Say you want a quest cape, say set yourself to do 1 quest a day, or maybe the weekend knock out a bunch of quests here. And then eventually you will move on and get better and better and better. I never had the intentions of maxing my Ironman account, but just setting goals over time helped me complete that goal. It just takes a very long time, and setting yourself goals is something very important to do in your real life too, so that you can progress. When I was 16 years old, I really wanted a car, but I didn't have a job, or I didn't have a lot of money at the time. So I set myself a goal to get a job. Got a job, and then over time, a few months down the line, I was able to buy a very old used car, but eventually knocked out the goal. And then I used that car for a while, and then I had a goal of getting a brand new car. Took a long time, a lot of hard work. I had to get credit approved and whatever, but eventually I went ahead and bought the brand new car. Consistency is really key to anything in life. Whether you want to get jacked at the gym, you can't just go once, say a 12-hour session, and then just expect to be jacked. You know, work an hour a day, whatever, a few times a week, but be consistent with it. Don't give up on it. Always be doing it. And it's the exact same thing with RuneScape, so that's why I'm very consistent with lots of things in my life now, because I got so used to doing your daily farm runs, whatever it might be on RuneScape, even just logging in, being consistent with it, making it part of your like daily routine is the key to life, right? If you want to get healthy, you got to eat healthy. You can't just eat McDonald's every single day. If you want to get a better sleeping schedule, you got to set yourself a goal of going to bed at a certain time, waking up at a certain time, all of the time, and be consistent with it. A lot of my friends would come back to RuneScape after not playing it for a very long time and get so addicted to the game where they were playing it a lot more than I was. They were playing 12 hours plus a day for months on end. and then they would just burn out and quit the game and not play for another year, right? Where I would play, you know, a few hours a day here. Some days, a day off, for example, I play like 8 hours, and then I would just be consistent, try to log in at least every day. I have a few days off a week now where I don't log in, but I try to be as consistent as I possibly can playing the game, and that's a good way to not burn out, because it's always on your mind of what you want to do and complete your goals and tasks, but you're not playing it so much to the point where you just completely burn out. And that's what a lot of people do in real life too, right? They set themselves a huge goal and they work as hard as they can to possibly complete it, but then they end up burning out. They just got to be consistent with it. Like I said at the start of the video, a little is a lot. Trust is something that's very important to learn. You can't trust everyone. I mean, you really can't trust anyone. Getting scammed as a young kid playing this game was probably something really good for me to go ahead and do very young and early, to realize that you can't trust everyone, right? Being a young kid, it's just like, oh, come into the wilderness with all of your items. It's like, oh, that's a great idea, right? It's good to learn that from a young age so that it doesn't happen to you in your real life. You learn to trust people that you've been with for a long time, and don't kind of just let anyone kind of walk all over you. And the last thing that I personally learned from RuneScape is video editing, thumbnail design, just because I do the YouTube channel, right? It's been the most fun I've ever had, is just documenting all of the things that I've done on the game, making guides for tons of people. And the one thing that I always found was the videos that I would want to watch, they wouldn't be out there. These random videos like how to mine clay, killing this creature, whatever. There might be the big ones like killing bosses, whatever, but I wanted to make guides for almost everything in the game, so I wanted to make a YouTube channel on it, and I thought I would document my progression as well. And it's been the best 5 years of my life at this YouTube channel. The past few years I've been really going hard at it, and I thank you guys so much for just recently passing 20,000 subscribers. Such a huge milestone. But yeah, these are all of the life lessons that I've learned from the past 14 years of playing RuneScape. It's been a blast. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the entire video today. If you went ahead and watched the whole video, comment 20,000 down in the comments below. 20,000 subscribers is a huge milestone, and I'm super happy. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the entire video, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya later.